Hello everyone and welcome back to Mentos Blind Plays Rogue Legacy. We are on episode 13. If you recall the last episode, we finally found the final boss. Well, not the final boss, but the boss of the dungeon. We're going to re-roll our characters there. We didn't really get anything much better. I guess we're going with this guy, the Paladin. Not a great character, but we'll take it. We're going to upgrade our attack damage. I know I could have upgraded some other stuff, but I wanted to upgrade my old standby, so to speak. Oh, I forgot to get the other vampire rune. No! Bad me. Bad Mentos. Oh well. Anyway, if you recall, we did run into the dungeon boss. I think we did pretty well for the first time fighting him. He does seem like he's going to be kind of a pain. Mainly not so much because he is such a difficult enemy on his own right, but because he spawns so much so quickly. You know, there are a lot of enemies in this game that are hard on their own right. He's more so the type of enemy that's hard because there are other enemies around him. Like, you can think of him, my best comparison would be the Capra Demon from Dark Souls, in that he's not hard in his own merits. If you're fighting the Capra Demon alone, he's one of the easiest bosses in the game. But the enemies that he has with him, the dogs in the Capra Demon's case, the spawning into smaller pieces, and mages in this guy's case, that's what makes them difficult. So, we are going to be doing our best to get back to him as soon as possible. That was a long fall onto some spikes, but oh well. Leaves us a room that we can explore that'll give us some health back later. Up. But yeah, so that's the best comparison I can make, really, is a boss who, by their own merit, isn't that difficult, but by the merit of the enemies that they bring with them, actually becomes difficult. Which is, of course, not my preferred type of enemy. I would prefer it to be difficult on its own merits, but it is a different type of difficulty that does change things up from really the rest of the game that has been more so about dodging the stuff that's already there and trying to run with it. So we have found the dungeon really quick this run. That was stupid. Just kill these guys as quick as possible. So, Paladin's not my preferred class for this, but it's also not a bad one. Okay, we did just find our way back into the castle, which was kind of unexpected. I'm just going to go through this room real quick since there's gold to be found in here. And we weren't at full health, so we aren't wasting vampirism and balance rune uses. But, yeah, you know, it's not necessarily my favorite style of boss to have it be where it's not hard in its own right as much as it is from the enemies that combine the spawning element. But it's also not necessarily a bad thing. I do enjoy bosses like that sometimes. And it is really a nice change of pace from the style that's been in there so far. So I'm not going to complain. But it is kind of a sudden and very drastic style switch. I was kind of expecting something a little bit more difficult in its own right. And I guess, I mean, the blobs are really what did the most damage to me. But they did the most damage to me because I was so worried about the smaller and the bigger pieces when I had smaller pieces as well. Or because I was worried about the mages when I had blobs to worry about. Without the other stuff being quite so hectic, it would have been a much easier fight, and that's why I'm saying that's hard because of what comes with it, not because of it, the boss itself, actually. So we do have enough gold to get another vampire rune next run, which may not even really be all that useful to us at this point, seeing as we are borderline taking out, seeing as we are able to make it through the dungeon. Really, that's more so something that's going to help you survive to the boss than survive against the boss. But once again, with it being based around some spawning elements, it should make it a little bit more viable to make use of the vampire rune against it. So we do want to get that, so preferably we won't have to worry about it because we're going to beat the dungeon on this time through. It's really not as bad down here as I thought. Like, the couple times I dropped down here, it was horrible. But the game has done a very good job of kind of steadily moving you toward these stronger enemies and these tougher situations. So I think that it's not really such a bad thing. I don't think the area is really as hard as it is initially appearing when you're first starting out playing the game. Which I guess is true of all the areas, but... And really when you're first starting out getting to these areas, if you just kind of stumble across them and check them out, it's not really difficult necessarily because it's so much more difficult than anything else. I didn't realize there were spikes on the floor there, that was my bad. But it's more so difficult because of... Oh, spikes on the floor there too, huh? Thanks, game. Thanks. Making this so entertaining. With all your spikes on the ground. But, yeah, it's more so a matter of... we're gonna want to be at full health, do as much damage to the smaller blobs as possible. We can look at... Actually, I think a better comparison than Blast Assist in this case is actually Envy. In terms of Isaac. I think if we look at him in terms of Envy and we try our best to take out... the smaller sections first and then jump back to the bigger sections, I think we should have a much easier time. I don't know how I just took damage there. I took damage, killed him at the same time by bouncing on his head with my sword. Worked out just fine that time, so who knows. Sometimes there are weird little oddities in this game, but okay, that one was really my bad. We might die on this first run of the dungeon since this episode began. Wouldn't be all that weird, but I don't know how I managed to not get hit there. And there's nothing at the end of this room. I suppose I should have checked that before I kept fighting my way across. So now the option becomes, do we continue exploring or do we go back to heal? I say we continue exploring. Because if we don't, and we don't find the boss room, then we could waste all of our healing rooms, get hurt down here badly on the room before the boss, which of course the boss is right here. So, now's our time to shine. We're going to pick up this drumstick, check out what's down here, a journal entry, some stuff that I can break that might have some chicken. And this guy has maces, and there's one of those guys. But I would really like to pick up this drumstick. Thank you. Oh my god, that worked out perfectly. I was kind of scared there for a second, but that worked out perfectly. Reach me in time. There are probably enemies in here, aren't there? Yes, there are. Never mind, I don't want to take damage. I could probably get there in time, but I don't want to take the damage to try. We're going to actually teleport up to this room up here. We should have more than enough in the castle here to get ourselves back to full health, assuming that we played decently well. And then, whoop, I forgot that this guy was in here. That was stupid, but we can finally kill this guy. I probably should have done that my first time through, but honestly, if we had, we might not have survived to find the boss in the dungeon. So, you take whatever you can have. And that was stupid, I just took damage against the Ghastly. Not a higher level Ghastly, nope, a regular base level one. So we can run, grab that, run back here, let all these spikes go down, run, grab that, jump, back over here. I can't even begin to state how incredibly useful having one vault rune is. Like, I could see having more being useful as well, but we better not die on the way trying to heal ourselves, because I just jumped into those spikes. Oh my god, we're so close to death. No! I refuse to die before I have fought this boss. Everything will die beneath my hand, and I will survive. Hey look, it's Don't Shit Your Pants. And yes, that is the legitimate name of that game. And yes, I have played it before. Might as well kill this stuff. I'm not going to stay up here to explore because the Maya has done pretty strong damage to me before. So we don't really want to spend too much time in there. If you recall, it was just 2 episodes ago when we were grinding to beat the boss of that area, so we aren't really that much stronger now than we were at that point. But we are doing decently well here. Since my mistake of jumping into the spikes, we've been consistently gaining health. So, we're not in bad shape. Of course, we can use our spells against the boss if we want, but we will have to remember that they're going to shoot out behind us, which might actually be a benefit in terms of use. Because especially with the chakram, that means I can kind of run away and then shoot this out behind me to take on the boss. I do have my shield as well, but I don't think there's anything in that room that it's going to block. It might be able to just block anything, I'm not sure. I haven't really made use of that, but that was kind of a crappy room. I'm going to go here. We haven't found the entrance to the forest here, so we know there's at least 1 drumstick still. We're going to go left, down, left, and left, down, right. Go. Everything here is still stuff that can die in 1 hit easily. Whoops. Why am I jumping so low? Of course, I finally jump high enough to hit it, and I get taken out by these bullets instead. And then this guy, and then more bullets. Oh my god. That was just horrible. It hurt me more than it was worth by a long shot. But maybe there'll be something nice over here. Maybe there'll be a fountain of healing or an altar that I can pray at or something. There's another picture of don't shit your pants. And so yeah, that was pretty much all almost entirely worthless. I'm going to wait till these... Oh, I'm not in the spot where I thought I was. We're going to wait till these cross over, run, and we made it without taking damage that time. There is a room that I missed. Cross over, run down here. And this one is going to have... Seems like nothing all that much of interest, but... Whoop, a chicken leg. Sweet. I don't know why I keep calling it a chicken leg. I have never called a drumstick a chicken leg in my life. And I'm playing this game. It's happening all the time. Oh, that was close. And so now we want to go to the right over here. Kill these ghastlies. Ghastly! And we'll go first to the right, because this is probably getting close to where the forest is going to be. Take no damage. I'm a paladin. That probably wouldn't be too hard. Just need to kind of... Yeah. We got it. Now we just need to try to make it back without taking damage. A sprint rune for the helm is not what I was looking for. But every rune we do find is 1 less that we have to worry about getting when we don't... 1 less in the way of us getting the ones that we do want. And we got back out without taking damage. So no harm, no foul. Drop down here. We find a chest right away with some gold in it. We find this blaze lock over here being kind of a jerk about things. Trying to stay out of my attack radius. That's just a gold bar. That as well is nothing. There we go. That was actually well played on my part. Sorry I got quiet, but I had to kind of concentrate a bit to make it through there. Those little platforms that you downstrike to open aren't always the most reliable things. Here's our forest area. There's a little bit more HP back for us. Let's see what lies in here. One of these guys. I can take that. Some pots. It might be useful. MP recovered. Oops. There we go. Let's kind of explore this a tiny bit in the efforts to... Oh, that was stupid. I just took damage that I shouldn't have taken. There's that. Take that guy out before he can attack this time. Lamppost gives us nothing. Oh my god. No, 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 no. You do not get to ruin my run, lower version of boss I'm about to face. Okay, so there goes Santa Claus, right down Creepy Castle Lane. And we are going to go... how much is left in the castle? There aren't very many rooms left over there, but there are some. So we aren't going to use most of our time exploring here. We are going to get back to the castle very soon. But... oh my god, did I really just take that damage? Seriously. It's like I'm getting just horrible, horrible play. So we get some more gold. That's a plus at least. This is going to be the last video I record for the night. I think part of this is just me getting kind of worn out from playing this for so long today. You know, I love this game, but to play it for hours on end, as with any kind of game that is skill-based, it can be detrimental to your skill. So we do want to just kind of do our best to heal up as much as possible. See, this is a good example of what I mean by there should be different room types as well as different layouts. You know, this is pretty much a carbon copy of a room in the castle that could have been something more unique and more fitting to the forest aesthetic. And I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity. But at the same time, it does make it so that you don't really have to learn as many rooms, I guess. But I'm not sure if that's a good thing. When I say that it does make it so you don't have to, I don't know if I'm saying that as, well, that's a plus, or as kind of more of a, it makes it so it's easier, which is not necessarily a good thing in a game based around difficulty. I do feel bad for that guy who occasionally flies by in the background. Poor dude is lost in space. That's unfortunate for him. Take out that guy. I think this will be our last room that we go through in the forest before we head back to the castle. And we of course take stupid damage to make it not worth being in here. That worked out well though. We could trade our chakram for daggers. I don't know if I really want to do that. Now we're back to kind of familiar territory. You know what, we're actually going to explore in here just a little bit more. Oh god. Oh, that was close. Yeah, go die, Skeleton Archer. Because if I could find the boss soon, which I think I might be close to, seeing as how many rooms I've explored already, that would obviously be a big boon toward getting some health back, because we would get the drumstick from the boss room. There we go. This room, depending on what we run into, shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're going to go to the right here. Another room where we could trade our chakram for daggers. It really wants me to do that. Maybe that's the game's way of giving me a hint. Like, dude, you should just take the daggers. Oops, that was my bad entirely. I was stupid. I hit this thing when there was a blob right behind me. And it cost me health that I shouldn't have lost. That was close. There we go. Every little bit of health helps. Just like those two drumsticks that just got us almost back to full health. Okay, now we just need to make it back to the teleporter without taking damage. And we have our best shot at taking on this boss in this episode. So, we are going to run past these daggers. And then we're going to want to go left, up left, up left, up left, down left. So we want to get up here, up by these spikes. We want to use these guys to get up near the top here. There is a wizard left. Oh shit. God damn it. I thought everything in this room was dead. Well, even if it wasn't dead, I didn't have any way to really avoid that. So now we could use healing up a little bit more. Why not just go through this way? Is there a reason for that? I don't remember if there was something. Ooh, this room. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. So we're going to go the long way around. Which will hopefully not result in any more lost health. I'm not going back for that coin. You know what? That room is kind of crappy. This room is also kind of crappy. But crappier and a worse. But less crappy, and I still take damage. And it makes me very sad. A lot of damage. Oh my lord. I really should have taken nothing in this room. I can't hit those guys through the floor. And we do find our boss room, so that's cool. We do get a couple of drumsticks. That helps a bunch. We get another blueprint. I never did buy that new sword. I forget why. Why was it? I know there was a reason. Anyway, you know, I could transport here and go explore that last, like, couple rooms of the castle. Just to try to get that last, like, 33 health back. Whoa, why did I teleport down here? I thought I was going to teleport to the teleporter, not to the room underneath the teleporter. I forgot that I left this room full of things. That could have been bad, but instead it turned out kind of good. Especially if I take that guy out like I did. Jump up here, and this will do it. This will get us back to full health because we're going to get that drumstick. We're going to get a bit more gold. And we can teleport right from here down to our dungeon boss. And here we go, round 2 against the big blob Herodotus. That is not the room that you were supposed to teleport me to. What traits do I have? What is making me do that? Dyslexia. Maybe it's because of the Ambelivus spell and trait? I don't know, but either way, we have higher damage this time. Lower health though. And we're going to see if we can't take on Herodotus here. The Infinite. Obviously not infinite, but... And if we're lucky, we can get some things to drop some health for us this time. Because that didn't help last round, that none of the enemies ever dropped any kind of health. Or none of the boxes. Split that one in half again. Oh, jumped right onto it. That's the hardest thing about this fight, is the fact that you can't see where all the enemies are at all times. Okay, so we need to find this wizard, take him out ASAP. And we need to focus on killing the ones that are already smaller. We don't want to break up the bigger ones even more. As I say, as I break up one of the bigger ones even more. Granted, he wasn't one of the full-size ones, but I did kill one of the mini blobs. Okay, I'm hemorrhaging damage right now. But I have made some progress. This time I have actually killed one of the smallest level blobs. There are a couple more on the screen now that we want to take care of ASAP. We want to leave that really big one still really big. Until we take out these smaller ones. Please tell me there's a drumstick spawn in one of these boxes. That almost worked. And oh, he landed right in front of me. But that kills another one of the mini ones. We take some more damage. Take some more. Take some more. Okay, come on. We got 66 health left. We can make this work. We just need to focus. We need to focus and not run into things that I thought are dead. That's been my main problem this round, is just running into things. Okay, so we got one more mini blob, and then we got the remaining big one, and I run right into him, and I'm down to 6 health. One more hit kills me, guaranteed. You really need to play this carefully. Right now we got a pretty easy situation. There's only one blob on the screen. Now there's two, and a wizard. We want to kill the wizard first, obviously. Because this guy is going to be a royal pain, and he's going to die, and actually stay dead, first. This one's going to drop down, we're going to hit him again. We want to run away. Oh my god, it jumped right underneath me, I had nothing I could do! That was ridiculous! That was no fair! I had no way to avoid that. That is really disappointing. Well, you know what, let's do one last run for the video. A CIP, no. We don't want anyone with CIP. You know what, Hokage with Endomorph, that's good enough for me. We're going to be doing a lot of damage. We have a lot of gold. Let's use that to up our gold fine. No. We're going to up our damage. We're going to up our damage again. And again. We're going to be doing crazy levels of damage now. And that's important. I should have saved up for the vampire rune. But you know what? I am not all that concerned right now. This is our last run for the video. I just want to try one more time with this boss before I let the game sit for the night. Because otherwise, it's going to be very disappointing to me if I get back next time and don't have one last... And if I'm going to beat him the next time and I don't do it in this video, that'll be very disappointing to me. And we'll go ahead and kill things, kill things, kill things. So obviously the Hokage has less health, but we're going to be doing a lot more damage, which should balance out against that boss. Because the hardest thing about that boss is just making sure that that's way too difficult to pull off, not worth it. The hardest part about that boss is just making sure that you're killing things fast enough to where your screen isn't getting overloaded with enemies. So with the Hokage, I should be able to kill those wizards that spawn in one hit pretty consistently. Just took some stupid damage there against a painting. There's a drumstick though. Painting is dead. Skeleton is dead. That guy is dead. Okay. But yeah, so the higher damage from the Hokage should let me kill the wizards in one hit, which lets me focus a lot more on the enemies that I really need to worry about, which are the blobs. And then couple that with I want to be able to what was I saying? I want to have the chance to take out those smaller blobs, the smallest ones that it forms into before the sections die. I want to be able to take those out as quick as possible as well. I'm just kind of leaving stuff going on that room because I don't want to deal with that. Take no damage, don't really think it's going to be possible right now. Not worth the time or the effort. So we want to go, I guess, up left, because really if we're working our way up it might end up taking us to the dungeon, but chances are that we want to stay lower because we're going to get to it faster. So we're going to come over this way, kill everything in our way, and this is a dead end. So we need to go right for 3 rooms and then upright in order to move on to a room that we haven't been to yet. So let's head that way. I'm actually kind of pumped right now. I think we can do this. I think if I can get back to the boss this run, I think we have a very good chance of beating it. I'm not sure that that's the case, but I think it is. And that is enough to make me want to get through this run. Obviously I'm going kind of quick here. That's because the Hokage is so strong that I don't really have to worry too much. And I'm also feeling like these enemies aren't going to be a problem for me as long as I don't try to be, I guess, too cautious, you could say. There's a chest up there and there's a door on the right. Did take some stupid damage there, but it got me to a place with a drumstick that healed most of it. We got some more gold. We got some more gold. We got that. There's a room underneath the boss here, which takes us to a journal, which obviously has nothing in it. We've learned that by now. And this one's going to be a room full of eyeballs that we can just kind of run under and hit. Kill this dude. So now remember, we just want to keep heading in the general direction of down. If we keep heading in the general direction of down, eventually we're going to find the dungeon. There we go. Kill that. We're going to kind of destroy this stuff here. That's the other part of the reason I'm not really taking my time, is I'm not too concerned about my gold finding on this run. I know that it'll obviously be helpful, but this run is about getting to the boss and beating it, and we have quite a lot of stuff already at our advantage. So we are at the darkness. That guy just died in one hit. That's a great sign for us. The more things that we can kill before they have a chance to hit us, the better. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna slow down a bit now that we're in the dungeon. Obviously, this is a lot more threatening than any of the areas that I'm in the castle, so we want to take our time a bit more. These mini Anthony's, I think it was, or something like that. Those mini guys aren't too much of a threat to me. This guy is doing more damage than I really should have allowed to happen, but we'll be able to get that back, no problem. I don't really want this to turn into a super long run since this video is already a bit long, but we're going to do what it takes to win, whether that means farming health or whether that means just getting to the boss and going. I kind of wish this blob would jump up here. Instead, we're going to jump down here. And it landed on me, unfortunately. And it just dragged me down here all the way. Okay, so these blobs make fire when they jump at their smallest point. I don't think the boss's blobs were doing that. Kill that thing. Kill Mr. Skeleton over here. So these wizards are taking 2 hits to kill. Hopefully that's not the norm for the one in the boss room. For the type in the boss room, I should say. Oh my god. I am so close to death. Okay. This guy we need to be kind of careful with. Okay. We just need to survive till we find the boss room and we're in a much better position. There we go. Oh man, I did that horribly. I should have taken my time and waited for those to be in good position, but drop down. Good, good. That thing, oh my god, it didn't die in one hit like I expected, and then I tried to hit it when I jumped and I missed. Oh, c'est la vie. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We were getting closer. We have a chance of beating this boss, but we're not quite there yet. Thank you all for watching as always. Hope you have a good day, night, whenever it is. As always, any kind of support, likes, comments, subscriptions, even just a friendly message saying what you think of them, or even harsh message, whichever, saying what you think of the videos is much appreciated. I will see you on the next episode. Later.